this morning is to have a discussion of the distinction between the consortium and the authority. And Maureen's going to lead us in that, and I think that's an important topic because often in our dialogue, it would seem that we often intermix the consortium and the authority and the responsibilities thereof. So this is a great opportunity for us to get some clarification this morning.
I'm happy to do it. And at this point in our progress, a year after our legislative success, I feel a bit like the club historian. And that's what this really is in terms of the difference between the two groups, is really understanding how these two organizations came about and how they were conceived. And I will mention, as I'm having this discussion, that our friend Andrew Lamar over there on the wall was also key in making this legislation happen and developing these organizations. So he knows the history as well as I, and will certainly correct me if I steer off course. The legislative proposal creating the authority and the consortium really emerged out of a growing recognition of the substantial role that the nuclear energy industry plays in Virginia, and really what a major economic development opportunity the nuclear energy sector posed for Virginia. As we looked around at other states, we noticed and met with representatives from other states around energy issues. We noticed that many were working very hard, trying to develop groups and institutes and expertise to attract the kind of businesses, the kind of activity around nuclear energy that Virginia already has. And yet what we saw was, if this keeps up, we might not have it for long or forever. Nothing in business is forever. So we thought it made sense to do something to make sure that we keep the valuable jobs that the nuclear energy industry creates in Virginia, and to expand those jobs, and to recognize the research opportunities that the nuclear energy industry creates for our remarkable institutions of higher education, and the work that our institutions of higher education was doing to make sure that that was getting well marketed to this business sector in the Commonwealth, that it made sense for the Virginia General Assembly to do something to bring all of that together and really advance this industrial sector from an economic development perspective, and get all the players together in an organized fashion, so that there would be vehicles for partnerships, for workforce development, for educational and research opportunities in the nuclear energy sector. So that's really how this all started. Now, why on earth do we have these two or different and separate organizations? The authority is the government body. The body created to be the interface between the business sector and the public policy folks in government, the General Assembly, the governor's office.